This video is going to go over how you could add population data to the map, color-coded geographic layer like zip codes, and then use the filters in the data window to kind of find areas of population that's concentrated if you're looking to do like a marketing plan, target those areas. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to look to my map and data box, kind of floats around the left hand side, and this is where I go to control my different layers. I'm going to enable my zip code layer just so I can see that on the map, and I'm going to click on my states just to make those stand out. I'm going to take it a step further. I'm going to click on my state filter in the map and data box, and I'm going to click clear all, and then I'm just going to choose New York and Pennsylvania. If I wanted to, I can go back over here and uncheck my streets layer, or I can leave it as a reference. I could also click on the little gear next to zip codes to pull up a larger box called Manage Map and Data, and we have a transparency bar that you can slide over to the right hand side to make it more see-through. Now that we have this information on the map, I'm going to use my color code map tool. With this, you can color code any of the geographies like counties, states, zip codes. We also have MSA layer, zip3 layer. We also have a city limits layer as well. So I'm going to click next, and from the pull down list I'm going to make sure it's set to demographic data. Then I'm going to choose my demographic field that I want. In this case I just want population. I can change the number of ranges if I'd like. I can make it 3, I can make it 10. I'm going to just leave it on 5 for this purpose, and then I get to change my color scheme. For higher concentrated areas, I'm going to make those pink, make them really stand out, and the lower ones I'm going to make a dark color. With this, I can change the values in each of these ranges if I'd like to. Maybe I make this lower one 20,000. That means I need to make the next one 20,001. Click done. And now I can see my color-coded areas on the map. If the zip codes are too transparent, I can always go back into Manage Map and Data and slide that transparency bar over to the left-hand side and make those stand out. So now I can see that the pink areas are the ones I want, blue areas not so much. So then I can take it a step further with my data window. The data window is at the top, and it looks like a calendar right next to the green car. And from the pull-down list, we just want to set it to zip codes, because that's what we're going to be filtering by. If I want to add demographic data to this table, I click this More Data button, and from the pull-down list I'm going to set it to demographic data, and then I get to choose which field I want. In this case, population, so I'm going to bring it over, click that little right arrow, and these are the columns that are visible in the data window. I'm going to press the up arrow to move it next to zip codes, and I'm also going to highlight some of these other fields that I don't necessarily care about, and I'm going to click this left arrow to make them go away. Once I click set data columns, I should just have those 5 columns. So now we can take it a step further with this tool called filter data rows. It kind of looks like a funnel, and with this you can look to any column of that spreadsheet and color code by that data, filter by that data. In this case, I'm looking at that newly added demographic data with the population 2019, and then this first none I'm going to set to, let's do greater than 20,000. So now we have 523 out of 35,000 zip codes, and if I click filter data on map, all of those areas go away. And so now I'm left with some pretty good looking data. I can see the areas of concentration might be around Buffalo and Albany and Long Island, Manhattan, Pittsburgh, State College. If I wanted more refined results, I could go back into my data filter, and let's say that I want to tweak it a little bit. Let's do 30,000. Click filter again. Now we're down to 320, and if I click this refresh button, then I have fewer zip codes on the map, so I can see my areas of concentration. These all kind of make sense. Pittsburgh, Harrisburg, Buffalo, Syracuse, Albany. So the next piece is, let's say that I wanted to create a 25-mile radius around one of these cities just to see which zip codes would be grabbed. I could go up to the top here in my address bar, type in the city, comma, state, click my binoculars, and I'm left with a little toolbar here. This first button is to create a circle radius, so I'm going to do 25 miles, add that to the map. I can either zoom out using these tools in the top right, or I can click this little guy that says zoom to circle, and now I have those areas on the map. Let's say that I wanted to then export this information because I like all these zip codes. What I can do then is click on these little binoculars and create a territory from it. I don't have to, but if I wanted to get the information out, this is the way I'd go. So I'm going to choose my zip code layer. Just give it a name, click create, and now you have a new territory. You can choose to give it any color you like. You'll see that from the pull down list that it's your Pittsburgh area, 25 miles is a subset of your zip codes. And then if you wanted to, you could export a list of all these boundary zip codes with their population with this button on the end. If you have any questions, we're available through phone, email, and now chat. If you have any questions, just reach out, and otherwise have a great day.